Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this session we are going to see Azure App Services. It's provided by Microsoft. So let's see what are the types of Azure App Services are available. Let's get started. So in this Azure App Services includes 4 application development and hosting environment. So it is nothing but like a web app, mobile apps and logic apps and API apps. So with this we can develop our own apps as per the requirement. So let's see what is Azure App Services means. First, before going to the web app, mobile apps and logic apps and API apps, let's see the Azure App Services. So Azure App Services means the web app previously is known as Azure Websites, but later it has been changed to mobile apps where previously known as Azure Mobiles. So it's a combination of both. They have introduced as a single platform for building multiple apps platform. Okay, so you need to here understand is like, so instead of creating multiple platforms, Azure App Services develop the multiple devices and the multiple app platforms, and at the same time apps are automatically managed by the app services and run in isolated VMs. So there are particular dedicated VMs will be there, and at the same time app services has an auto scaling feature also. So whenever your app usage increases, app services will automatically add the resources and then decreases the resources without no downtime or latency also. Okay, so let's see what is app services pricing, all those things. So what is app service pricing? So app service features no upfront cost and you only bill for a whole minute. The app services has 6 billing plans actually. First one is free tier, and then shared, and then basic, standard, premium and isolated. So these are all are the app services plannings actually. Okay, so app services pricing plannings. So as per your requirement, if you are a beginner or if you are doing any POCs R&D, then you can go with free. If your organization wants to build a premium and isolated app services plan, then you need to go with this pricing structure. Okay, so let's see what are the best practices for the Azure App Services. So it can have like co-location. That means if your web app can communicate to the database which are located in different region and the different resource group, also it can be communicate with each other without any problem. Okay, and at the same time application backup configuration is there automatically. Your application in the cloud will take the backup using the right configuration in the storage and the databases. So you should be enable that option to schedule backups for your applications. So as I said earlier, let's see what is app services for the web app. Okay, so previously known as Azure Website, app service for web app now is supported for all the features with new feature like application insights, auto scaling, auto backup and new programming languages like ASP.NET, Java, Python, Node.js, PHP, React, Angular also it is been available for the web apps, and at the same time built-in auto scaling, scale up and scale up. That means if your web app is loaded with heavy usage, then automatically it will scale up and then it will automatically scale down. And at the same time deployments also is available like Visual Studio, GitHub, Git, local Git, and there is a Bitbucket, and then FTP is also available. And at the same time you can set up hybrid with VPN support to the on-premises servers, and at the same time web job support for running tasks in background also. And at the same time web apps can use Azure storage, Azure database for both web app, static and dynamics websites also. So next we'll see app services for mobile apps. In mobile apps in Azure, app services following features. It can integrate with SQL, Oracle, SAP, MongoDB and many more, and make your app work offline and sync. You can develop on your local and then you can sync with the cloud also, and then you can connect to the on-premises data also. and then leverage the enterprise single on with Active Directory, like sign on or any number of Active Directory will be there. And then it is also integrated with the social platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Google, and many more. And then broadcast push notification across the platform with the customer segmentation. Gain insights. You can get the analytics also into the mobile analytics. Auto scale to the millions of devices. It is available. Okay. So let's see the logic apps also. The next slide. So logic apps allows the developers to design the workflows that articulate intent via trigger and series of steps. Each invoking an app services API apps, wishlist security taking care of the authentication, and best practices like durable execution. So the name itself, it says the logic apps. If you want to write any logic apps to trigger a particular step, then you can use the logic apps to trigger the simple scheduler whenever the tweet appears about your company. Or else if your logic apps are a part of your app service suite, then designed to work with API apps, you can easily create your own APIs to use the connector. So the name itself indicates it's a logic apps. As per your requirement, you can create your own logics. So let's see the next app service is API apps. So as you know, API apps, it can create and consume APIs and build custom API for your data and application, and they're very fast when compared to other on-premises. In cloud is very fast, and provision and deployment is also fast. Simple access control and authentication, and at the same time it's a secure platform, and it automatically scales up and down also, and it will have great experience for Visual Studio developers with automatic SDK generation. That means, so without any adding plugins, you can automatically SDK will be generation will be developed, and open and flexible for everyone, and you can get monitor alerts and auto scale. It right now it is in preview mode. Going forward it will be in a full version also. Okay, so these things we'll see in a live demo in coming session. If you are new to this YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Have a great day. Bye bye. Thank you.